What's good, my Zesty Lemons? It is Ailee, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. My voice is a little raspy. A friend and I was drinking Moscato, and we were walking around my neighborhood, and I think the air just tore my throat up. Anyways, we are going to do a request, and this is about Miss Moon Sua. This apparently is Moonbin's sister, and he wanted to know about her career and her love life. So we're going to see how that's going to tap in and see what we can get up out of that. So let's go ahead and start with some oracle cards. Sweet Universe, thank you so much for this opportunity to read. And I thank you for my viewers for assisting me with my reads. That really means a lot, guys. I really do, because I'm like, I don't know what to read for. You know, there's so many, and I'm also thinking about doing what's her name? Demi Lovato. I saw her on a playlist, and I was like, you know what? I wonder how she's doing. So she's gonna be next on the list as well. I should probably just do a whole list and let you guys vote out who y'all want next as the next read. That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I'm still in not that new phase, I guess. Anyways, let me get this off because I'm putting that energy on here. All right, what's currently going on in Miss Moon Sua's life? Okay, that one flipped. And this is appropriate. So we have, never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. And I know you should never judge a book by its cover. But she has that, you could tell that she's a tough girl. I don't know if she is the little sister or if she's the big sister. But she just gives that kick-ass vibe about her. And I can understand at this time how devastating the loss of her brother is. I was just telling a friend that if a card came up for this reading, that I was definitely going to speak upon it. I really, and I know that all of you feel the same way, but I understand that they're very conservative. They do, however things work for them, okay, great. But when it comes to attacking someone's self-esteem and treating them as though they are robots, they gotta get off of that. They gotta stop doing that. And it's sad because they themselves are programmed to only see dollar signs. They don't see innocent souls trying to pursue what they love. It's getting to the point to where I feel like a lot of individuals don't even they want to try to find other avenues to exercise what they love because they don't want to get caught up in that. They gotta get their crap together when it comes to that. Stop treating these individuals like swine. Stop treating them, or should I say AIs, basically. Let them get a decent night's rest. Let them eat. You know, if they have to be on a diet, okay, but let them have a cheat day. Stop driving these individuals, these human beings, into the ground. Honestly, I think that should be illegal. You know, they said that companies like, and I'm just allegedly, Shein and Temu. Gosh, every time. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. I forgot to warn you that the dryer was on and it may buzz at any time, and then there it goes. Maybe that was the dryer's way of saying, okay, watch what you say. But this is my channel, so I'm going to keep it real anyways. But allegedly, they were trying to say like companies like Shein and Temu were known for punishing their workers. And if I'm being honest, maybe I'm a little extreme on this, but I kind of feel like there's no difference in this. The way that these K-pop artists, and I'm not certain if it's all of them or if it's some, you know, but at one point I know that, like for example with BTS, like again, I can only relate to them because naturally I gravitated to them. But it seemed as though they were well taken care of. But then I started to hear about other companies and how they were mistreating their artists. And so what I'm saying is, I feel like with those allegations that were being said about the clothing companies, it's no different. And that needs to be against the law. That's ridiculous. But let me stop, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to offend anyone, because that's not my purpose here. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, okay? So please keep that in mind. I just don't like what is being done to these individuals. I don't care where you're from, how young you are, how old you are. I don't care. It's not right. All right, so never forget how resilient you are. You will always bounce back. Okay. Let me keep going to see why this is. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. Now, I didn't mean to pull that, but that came out. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. I think that the passing of her brother, I believe that there are a lot of eyes on her. And I'm going to say that I will say that she sees the exact same things that he was seeing. I think that she might be a little spicier though, but then again, that could just be the looks. But I think that she's more vocal about it. But what I'm getting from this is, you know, I'm devastated as to what has happened. But I'm going to make sure that I continue your legacy. I don't know. I'm going to keep going and seeing what's going on here. Okay, we have yeah, see? Give your inner critique a vacation day and be kind to yourself. See, these individuals, and here's the thing. Maybe, no, I think it has a lot to do with the company. It's either the company or it's the so-called support system. Let me move this so that y'all can see what I'm doing here. Hold on. fault. I just don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. Because I know BTS, you say anything disrespectful about them in any type of way, they coming at you with a court subpoena. The internet has gotten too comfortable with allowing bullies to run the show. And a lot of these bullies are AIs paid to spew hate, attacking somebody. I cannot stress this enough. I wish that people would get a fucking life and understand that you do not know these people. What you think you know, you don't have a fucking clue. Because somebody looked at somebody a certain way does not mean that they got issues unless they actually come out and say it. All everybody has is footage, and y'all be reaching. Nobody's allowed to sit by one another. And that's the only reason why they gotta act like that's why they have to appear so damn stiff, to try to alleviate all of the bullshit that the most of the audience, the toxic audience, like should I say, has to say. And again, because they're conservative, they don't want to put out anything that is distasteful. Distasteful. But it defeats the purpose when you got somebody that's jealous as hell of the way that somebody looks. They can't stand the way that they sing. They believe that they're doing this and they're just ruining the group. There's a reason why your ass is not a manager. Because of that mentality. Don't nobody give a damn about what the hell you talking about. And this is to the ops, okay? No one cares about what you talking about. So, anyways, let me get off of that tangent. It just annoys me. So, anyways, give your voice, your inner critique, a vacation day and be kind. So, for those that were trying to say things about her and be disrespectful, even if it is the labels or journalists, she has to stay true to herself. Continue to be true to herself. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck it says to take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. Ouch. I don't know if you heard that. My bone popped. But, so with this, I did see that she is a part of a group called Billy. And, I'm kind of wondering if she's wanting to go solo, or if this has anything to do with how they're wanting to grow as women, but yet they are basically they're treated like babies. I've seen BTS go through it from time to time. You just have people, you need to go to bed. Girl, you go to bed. You know what I mean? So it's like, are they being treated like little girls? Or is it the other way around? Are they little girls expected to act more mature than their age? So it's one of those. But nonetheless, and this vibes here. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. Take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. So I feel like whatever the case may be, it's saying that she should always remain true to herself no matter what odds are against her. Alright, so you want to know about her love life. So universe, can you tell me about Miss Moon Sua's love life? What's going on in her love life? These cards won't let me be great, so let's keep shuffling. I like the card stocks that allow me to get a nice flow going. One more time, please. Anyways, how are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. Sorry for my rant. It had nothing to do, I mean, it did have something to do with it. It's just, I cannot stand people being treated like animals. Hell, I can't even stand animals being treated the way that they are being treated, you know? So it's just... Anyways. So, we have the 8 of Cups. I gotta remember how to move this in the frame. And you can't see that. Let me turn on the lights. I thought my remote control was going to do it for me, but apparently not. Hold on. You know what? Just give me a second here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I want to move it too far. Okay, give me just a second here. I promise y'all I'm going to get it together one of these days. One of these days. I gotta give me my flowers. I be going through it over here. Alright. Now, you should be able to see that better. If not, I'm gonna cry. Somewhat. Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyways, it says, the 8 of Cups. If your life seems stale, explore new scenery. Okay, so what's interesting here... Now, I don't know if she's not allowed to date, if that is what the narrative is, that her label does not, or they frown upon the thought of dating. But because of that rebellious nature that I sense from her, it's like, nah, I'm tired of this. like I said, I don't know, she just gives me that vibe like she's a nonsense type of individual. She don't play that shit. I'm not trying to sponsor Fago. I'm just drinking it. Anyways. But I could look at this and say that at this point in time, romance is not something that she is looking for. I'm gonna have to see what the following cards say, but right off that, I just kind of feel like I'm walking away from it. You know, something that was disappointing, no. So either she found disappointment in the idea that she could not fall in love, or this is, I see too many disappointments, I ain't trying to get caught up in that. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like, I ain't trying to get caught up in all of that. We have the King of Swords, and it says we all can learn important things from one another. So, she's definitely one that does not mince her words. And when it says we all can learn important things from one another, I think that, let's see, going with this, your life is so special, treated with love and care. Yeah, I just feel like if there were any ones that she was kind of batting an eye at, I don't know if they, I'm not gonna say that they did anything, because I'm not for certain, but there was something that just was like, this could have been a past individual. But the fact that it said, you know, we all can learn things from one another. So I feel like that's the challenge right now. Maybe the reason why she's not dating is because she doesn't have the time. Or maybe she's been isolated so much she doesn't know how to go about it. But, you know, getting to know someone is part of it. But, I mean, let's be honest, it's scary out here. So it says, some people are like the spice to your pumpkin, and this is the Two of Cups. And see, with the give your inner critique a vacation day and be kind to yourself, it kind of makes me think, if, you know, the haters, and I just did a video on this yesterday, if people are not saying mean and hateful things about her and she's not absorbing it, you know, you can. And it's the truth. Most of us can ignore when someone tries to hate on us, but when you constantly hear the same things and they know that it's getting to you, they're going to use that. And the more you keep hearing that, somehow it tricks our minds into believing, okay, this is no longer someone just being jealous of me. This is someone that actually feels this way about me. Maybe it's true. So I feel like, yeah, I think she's internalizing it, and it is affecting the way that she views relationships. Though I don't know, I kind of feel like she's on the younger side, but I'm not for certain. And you know, I'm 41, so my definition of young is different than y'all's. You know, y'all might look at me as a boomer. Who's in the kitchen?
Me.
Can you please hurry up and do what you're doing? Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not trying to mess with your video.
Okay. So, anyways, what was I about to say? See, this is why I prefer silence, because it throws me off my game. So, anyways, yeah, I feel like she's on the younger side. I didn't look to see what her age was or anything, but I do think that she's on the younger side. If anything, I don't know. Y'all have to tell me how old she is, but yeah, I think right now she really needs to take the time to herself. Also, how I can look at this is maybe she had to walk away from a situation because she realized that she really didn't know the person the way that she thought that she did. Maybe they were friends and it just didn't work out the way that she thought. And so I'm wondering, because the fact that this woman is typing, she's using an actual typewriter, and I keep looking at that, we all can learn important things from one another. So has she wrote about love songs, sad love songs? Because there's some truth in there. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the five. Yeah, here we go. We have the Five of Cups. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. So this baby has had her heart broken, like most of us, you know. And it says to take responsibility for your choice. For your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. I think it's safe to say that we're starting to realize that there is no such thing as a fairy tale love life. And now, I don't know if, I guess you could say I am telling my age, but there is a singer named Sheryl Crow, and she has this song called, I think it's called The First Cut is the Deepest. And you know, it used to play when I was younger, but I didn't really understand it until I grew up, in my 20s as a matter of fact. That's when the song possibly came out. But it's very true. You have heart eyes for this person. You place them on this pedestal, and you just believe that there could be no wrong. They can never break your heart until the day that they do, and you are gutted. You are gutted. So that first cut is the deepest, and it takes the longest to heal from. So I could also say, if this is not, well, no, I mean, there's sadness here. I also see regret here. So it could be, I'm trying to keep it as open as possible. Either she's regretting and she's sad that she cannot have a connection because, like I said, the label is telling them that they cannot date. Or she was able to date and she dated someone that she thought that she knew and found out that they weren't compatible, and now she's regretting her choice. It's one of those two. But like I said, spilled tea isn't the end of the world, and I'm also looking at the words spilled tea. So perhaps it was found out that she was dating someone and she had to break up with them because, you know, she was getting talked about, or, you know, the other person, you know, people just, they're miserable. But that's what I'm seeing here. Let me know what's going on. You know, I would like some confirmation because I have no idea. All right. Can I have some confirmations or clarifications, please, as to why you chose these cards? Why did you choose these cards, sweet universe? Okay, so we have the Sun card. So I can look at the Sun card as truth, comfort, happiness. You know, the sunflowers bloom when the sun is, you know, when the sun is up. But there is a form of innocence here. So it just makes me wonder, because usually in traditional readings, you will see a baby riding on a unicorn. So I just feel like this could be saying like, hey, I just want to, or like I said, please hurry up, Zalea. Thank you. I'm trying to get myself back together because I keep hearing sounds and it's throwing me off. I'm waiting for, okay, go on to the room, please, and thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So, like I was saying, this could be that she decided to walk away because she would rather just experience life. Then we have the Lover's card. So with the Lover's card, this is a choice. Someone made a choice. I'm trying to figure out what this is. And then we have the 8 of Swords here. So at one point here, let's see. Yeah, she had to walk away from something because the truth came out. And some type of truth came out, and then we have the Lover's card. So I'm going to look at it for exactly what it is. The Lover, so she and someone else was in a relationship. And now, like I said, I kind of feel like that truth was exposed, and now she's, you know, she kind of feels trapped. She feels punished. There's a lot of overthinking. Now, I'm trying to look at other or different avenues on this, so I'm trying to see what I can get here. Because the Sun card to me could also symbolize liberation. And basically the Lover's card, like I said, goes back to that divine choice. You know, it's Gemini energy, but it's just basically integrating yourself into this manifestation that you were wanting. And that she needs to not overlook it. Because I feel like she might feel trapped. And maybe the reason why she felt trapped was because of the fact that she couldn't express herself the way that she wanted to. Or this was all in her head. Or maybe it was, like I said, with the, you know, because swords can symbolize thoughts, truths, opinions. So I kind of feel like she was getting backlash for something. Okay, and then we have the Four of Swords here. So I feel like what this is saying is that she just had to take a breather. Poor girl can't even enjoy her life without somebody trying to say something about it. Yeah, let me know if I have that right. I don't know, but like I said, I'm trying to figure out all avenues that this could come from. But I want to look at this. I know I got another. I'll grab another deck so that I can clarify that, because that's going to drive me nuts, because I really want to know. Because I feel like the Sun card is truth. So universe, why is the Sun card here for this reading? What does the Sun card symbolize in this? I do see optimism, like she was happy, you know what I mean? And then she had to walk away from that. That's so, like I said, either she was happy in this situation, or in this I don't even want to say affair. That just doesn't sound right. But you know, she was happy in this connection. And then word got out about it. Maybe she was trying to keep it under wraps, but you know how paparazzi is. They caught them on camera together, and either the person's fan base was going in, or it was her own fan base going in on her, because Because I feel like she catches flack too. That's so sad. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is someone who a very good-looking individual, but when it comes to romance, they could be labeled as a playboy. So I don't know if, yeah, so like I said, either this person was cheating and she found out about it, or I don't know. But then we have the King of Pentacles here. Yeah, so with the King of Pentacles, this was someone that I felt they vibed with her. Now, I don't know if this person was a little older. Because see, on this side, well, I mean, look, regardless of what your age is, if you're only after one thing, age ain't nothing. But like I said, I try to look at every aspect. So this could be someone that was a little older, or maybe he just acted more mature for his age. Or she acted acted more mature than her age. But I see that there was patience there. And she was really happy. You have the Nine of Cups here. So she thought that she was, she thought she was good. But, yeah, I think in her mind she visualized this connection. And unfortunately, it ended up crashing down because it did not pan out the way that she was expecting it to. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. I don't know. This could be something that is completely under wraps, and this is what I'm sensing. Okay. Now, let's go on to the romance. Not romance, but the... I'm going to start these over. Keep this out though. And we're going to see what's going on as far as the career is concerned. Who's in the kitchen? Bear with me here while I try to get these all together here. Alright. So where that goes, this goes here, you go there, and you go here, and you go here. Alright, so let's put this back. Get this back where it needs to be. Thank you so much for that information. Now if you could tell me about her career. What's going on in her career at this time? What should the viewers expect? So we have the Three of Pentacles. So how I look at this, okay, so the saying is, teamwork makes the dream work, right? So I feel like there is an effort that needs to be, or maybe they are coming together to come back. Yes, I say that because we have the Eight of Wands here. So I do think that there is some music coming out. They're collaborating together. We have the Wheel of Fortune, but it is in reverse. That's interesting because usually I keep them upright and try to determine that. So, I will say that maybe it's just not time yet. Which will make sense because we'll see what's going on with that. Then we have the Fool card. Okay, so new beginnings, taking a risk. I don't think there's no need for a risk, but it's a fresh start. So I kind of want to say that there is possibly new music in the making, but it's just not time yet to determine when it will be. Okay. And I wanted to pull another one, and we have the Nine of Swords here. So I'm not for certain if this has a lot to do with Moonbin's passing. And maybe it's hard for her, and that's completely understandable if it is. So it could be at this point in time they're waiting for her to feel like she's ready to come back. So I kind of look at this as at this time that maybe they're showing support for her at this time with the grieving process. I could say that the Eight of Wands could symbolize like there are spurts of rumors going around saying that new music will come from them, but we're not for certain as to when it's going to be. I could also say with the Nine of Swords that it may make everyone anxious, you know, they're petrified, because I'm assuming that, I don't know if she just hasn't been herself, which again is completely understandable. But there's just, I don't know, there's a lot of anxiety in this. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with that and why these cards are here. So universe, can you tell me why you chose these cards, please and thank you. Between this, yeah, this one. All right. Okay, so we have the Sun again. So it says to give yourself permission to experience joy. So I feel like at this time what they're doing is They're showing, they're showing support to her. And I'm not for certain, maybe she's on a break right now. She's on a break romantically, and she's on a break in her career. At least that's what it's appearing to be. And, you know, so give yourself permission to experience joy. Yeah, she has to... This goes right back to my rant, and I'm not going to get into the rant again, but just, I'm going to say, people need to be able to experience life, and grieving is part of that. You cannot expect for somebody to create an album while they're mourning over a loved one. You just can't do that. And it's just sickening. But I get it. Unfortunately, we live in a world where it's like, yeah, okay, but everybody dies. Hurry up, do what you need to do, move on. You got albums to create. That's a shame. So let me just keep going. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles, and it says, treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. And so I feel like, well, I mean, that's saying like she needs to put in some of that work that she's putting in to appease her audience and her label. She needs to put that into herself. Take care of herself, because she can't take, if she's not taking care of herself, then how can she take care of her career? Especially if you are surrounded by a numb society. Now, it's, you know, that's part of the business. You're going to have to keep moving. Some people can't handle that. You know, you heard the saying, you know, people act a certain way only because it has not happened to them. And even if it has happened to them, you still can't relate, because that was not your brother, or that was not your mother, that was not your father. So you cannot exchange sympathy with me. So yes, I agree that she needs to take care of herself the best way that she can. And it says, stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. And that's interesting. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. So this makes me look at the label again. Are they not treating her with the respect that, and not just her, but all of them? Are they not getting the proper respect that they deserve? Is something going on here? That seems to be the narrative for a lot of them. So please let me know in the comments what's going on with that. But if it doesn't have anything to do with legal matters, and if this is just her need to balance her life and see things from a different perspective, then that's gonna happen. You know, but she's just gotta, you know, unfortunately she's gonna have to, when she goes home, take the time to, if she has the time to do it, take time for me time. Then when it's time to do what she needs to do for the company, set that time, you know, set that aside. There does need to be a balance there. I hate that it's like that, but if she's wanting to continue to be successful, that's gonna have to happen. I just hate the position that, you know, celebrities are in. It's not fair. We have the Page of Cups, and it says, let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. Seriously. I mean, that is the best advice that a card can honestly provide. Let yourself continuously be surprised. Don't treat this as though this is a punishment to you. She didn't do anything for any circumstances to happen. Unfortunately, things happen beyond our control, both good and bad. So the best way to handle it, honestly, is to, you know the saying, hope for the best, expect the worst, hope for the best, or something like that. But either way it goes, just go with the punches. As long as you keep pushing, no matter what life throws at you. This is a test of the character. This is also character development. This shit sucks. It really does. But going back to this card right here, never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. So I want her to be able to realize that the things that have happened is, yes, it sucks, it was unfortunate, but this was not a personal attack against her. It just, that's just life. Life be life, and sometimes, and it doesn't make any sense to nobody, but again, I'll repeat this. Life is not fair because life is fair because it's not fair to anybody else. No one can say that they have not had a moment of strife. Do not listen to anyone who tries to convince you that their lives is sunshine and rainbows. Where does rainbows come from? Something has to happen. A rainbow just ain't gonna appear out of nowhere. There has to be a little bit of rain, right? Okay. I digress. So let me go ahead and I want to close this with a final message. Actually, let's use these cards. Oh, they're right here. Alright, sweet universe. Let's combine both readings and what is the ultimate message here for Moon Sua. Moon Sua, I think that's how you say it. What is it? Shua. So on the two. Kind of like Shua. I need to get back to practicing my Korean because it's true. Kind of stung right there. Yep, right here. Okay. Tune out distractions. Okay. Ask with sincerity. So I feel like ask with sincerity. This could be her being vulnerable, obviously, but being vulnerable to God. I refer to God as the universe. Being vulnerable with Him and just telling, pouring her heart out to Him and her concerns. Keeping things bottled up inside is not the way to go. And I think that once she releases, now I did say that she seems to be the type of person that will tell it like it is. But I do understand that she, has to bite her tongue in some aspects. But I don't know. I don't know anything about her. Not to say that disrespectfully. But I just feel like if this is her needing to plead with the management team, telling them, you know, what's going on, or if she just needs to pray to God himself and herself, whomever, you know, to make a way for her to get through. Whatever this might be, she needs to ask with sincerity. And I feel like sincerity means, like, don't do this with conditions. Don't just come to me because things are going bad, but then you ignore me when things are, you know, going well. We all do it. We all do it. But I feel like, you know, and also stop pretending that things are okay when you know that they're not. That's why I said I feel like there's a sense of vulnerability here. Kind of, it's definitely giving me star card energy. Do something different. So, like I said in the beginning, I'm not for certain if she's wanting to kind of, and if she's already done this, I'm not for certain. Just kind of do her own thing, sort herself out. So I don't know if Billy has disbanded or not, or if this is something that needs to be talked about. But when I see do something different, that could allude to that. Or maybe she wants to take a back seat on singing as a whole, and maybe she wants to focus on something else, more or less, like maybe she wants to be a model, or, you know, maybe she wants to get into art more, you know, something like that. Something that is really going to help her heal the way that she needs to. And then at the bottom of the deck, it says to be of service. And so how I let me look at that, because I always forget what that means. And I don't have the booklet, do I? Of course I don't. Of course I don't. I thought it was here. Well, whatever. So, with be of service, I just feel like that's, you know, just be up and ready. You know, there might be days where she just does not want to be in the public eye. But if she utilizes the love languages, because I do feel like she, on the low, I think that she likes to, I don't know, something with children. I don't know if she enjoys going to how you say it, orphanage? I can't say that word. You know, the basically, you know what I'm trying to say. Something between that and animals, one of the two. I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like just going out and volunteering and helping people and exercising her love, you know, acts of service, you know, actually transmuting the love that she has for what she does into the public. It can be in any form. She doesn't necessarily have to use music, but I mean, she does have a platform to do so. So if she wants to do that, and if it gives her joy, then baby girl, do it. And I feel like she will get the love that she's looking for through that. You know, you're not going to find acceptance and validation from individuals that are jealous of you. They're not going to give you any, not even a droplet, not even a tear's worth of sympathy, none of that. So I'm not saying like lower your standards, but no, go to those that would appreciate you the most, if that's something that she wants to do. I hate that I misplaced my booklet, because I really want to look into what else that could be meaning. I ain't gonna tell where I put that darn thing. Oh well. But hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's driving me nuts. I want to know. Let's see. Be of service. I just saw it. Because it was going to bother me if I did not. Okay, let me look in here and find it. Be of service. Thank y'all for being patient with my my disorganization, because look. But I kind of feel like y'all appreciate it because it's real. I'm not trying to be fancy. It is what it is. You know. What is that? Be of service. I know you over here somewhere. Be of service. It's on the next page. Okay, 97. Yeah, okay, so it says connect to your inner self by lovingly grounding in services to others in your day-to-day world and seeing each effort as an opportunity to love and brighten the world in your own way. So you don't have to withdraw from the world to find your purpose. Engage in your duties with a sense of loving purpose, and your true path will open up. So yeah, it's calling for her to be in the world, but not of it. So I'm wondering if she's like an empath or something. Maybe that's why she doesn't feel like, between her and her brother, maybe they did not feel like they belong, because they attract energy, but it's both energies, the good and the bad. But like I said, go where you are supported. And I don't know what her contract is like, but if this is something that she can do to break free from that, and I wish her all the best, and I support that for her, because her mental health is very important. Everybody's mental health is important. And I can't stress that enough. Like, if it's getting to the point to where you're questioning yourself every day on whether or not the world itself is meant for you to be here, then you got to get away from that. The world does need her. She just has to find out what her true purpose is. So I'm going to leave the reading right there. If you enjoyed the message, please drop a like. Drop some comments down below to kind of help me, because like I said, I was kind of concerned about the whole relationship thing. I wasn't for certain on how that is. Let me know if I'm inaccurate or not. Also, tell your friends about me. And y'all better be subscribing too, okay? Now, I can't make y'all do what y'all want to do. But anyways, remember this. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, everyone. Bye.